Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. My name is Alex, and in this video I'll tell you about 450 people arrested in the Philippines, new SIM card registration coming soon, maybe, fake visa syndicate group arrested, the Philippines is Asia's top hoarder, study says, and much more, beginning with the fact that I just did an interview with a gentleman named Jay on my main channel who is about to go homeless in the Philippines. Go ahead and check out his story. I've left a link in the description down below. I've also left a GoFundMe link. I started a GoFundMe for him. Watch the video if you guys want to help out. If you're in a position to help out, I don't want him to end up on the streets and lose everything. Listen to his story, and I'm going to make a video very transparent. All the money is going to go to him. So yeah, if you guys are in a position to help out, maybe consider that. Here's our top story. Oh, by the way, I'm feeling like shit. I'm not gonna lie. My eyes are watering, my throat is still sore, but I'm out here still gathering as much information to not let you guys down on these daily news updates. Here are the top stories. Let's start off with the Palace Press Office Communications Undersecretary Claire Castro, who is pushing to make the registration of SIM cards on site instead of online amid perceived loopholes in the law that supposedly allow the resurgence of text scams. Well, yeah, for sure. If you guys have been coming to the Philippines, the SIM card is that little chip that goes into your phone that gives you data and gives you the ability to text message and call people. So before, like a couple years ago, you could just come buy one for like 50 pesos, toss it in your phone, and Bob's your uncle. You can start making text messages and calls, but now you have to go online and register this thing. However, the registration process isn't very, how can I put it? No one really verifies it. You can just pretty much put anything you want in there. So I've covered this before in the story. Now they want to go ahead and basically make that an on-site thing. I don't mind, like whatever, but I just don't see scammers being dissuaded. Is that a word, dissuade? Yeah, right? Or at least deterred of not scamming people just because they cannot register a SIM chip into their phone. There's a lot of different ways. Anyways, what do you guys think of that? Do you think that's just unnecessary burden, a headache, annoyance for local? But what are you gonna do? Like if you're 14 years old, you don't have a driver's license, but you want to use a phone. So how does that work for locals, right? What if you don't have ID? A lot of people don't have ID in the Philippines. Anyways, we can go down this whole, what could happen. And now onto our pogos, as usual, very, very active in the Philippines still after they've been banned by the president, Mr. Marcos. Here's the latest. In Pasay City, authorities launched a raid into a suspected illegal pogo hub operating in mid-rise building near the National Bureau of Investigation headquarters. Wow, just right next to them, right? Officials estimate about 475 people could be apprehended as part of the crackdown. The Bureau of Immigration has deported 98 Chinese nationals caught working in these illegal pogo companies. The 91 were part of the 450 arrested in the commercial building on January 8th. So that's the latest deportation. 91 of them have been kicked out. That's from the raid that happened January, 400 people. This is a new raid, 450 people. It just kind of tells you how big these scams are. Imagine, actually, here's even a bigger story. Thailand authorities have helped rescue over 7,000 foreign nationals from a scam center in Myanmar where victims were forced into fraudulent operations. Many were lured with false job offers and later coerced into illegal online scams. The Thai government, in collaboration with international agencies, continue to crack down on transnational crime and provide aid to those affected. So, 7,000 people. Now imagine that. What kind of business has 7,000 employees? That's just one scam hub. 7,000 people scamming you online, and how many people can those 7,000 reach on a daily basis? It's just crazy in Southeast Asia when it comes to scamming. Nigeria could be thanking Asia at this moment, I think. Let's stay with some criminals. 2 Chinese nationals were arrested for the illegal practice of medicine in Barangay Tambo, Paranaki City, the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group said on Wednesday. This happens quite often too around Asia. People start just practicing medicine without any credentials, just open up a pharmacy and start handing out medication based off Google research. So be careful where you get your medicine. And then the BI, Commissioner Joe Anthony Viado, hailed the recent arrest of 3 individuals involved in falsifying departure stamps. The syndicate allegedly charged as much as 120,000 pesos to victims by impressing a fake immigration departure stamp to facilitate their illegal departure from the country, allowing them to work as a tourist abroad. Verification by the BI Forensic Document Laboratory confirmed that the stamps used for the 2 female victims on January 1st and 21st were indeed counterfeit. Viado expressed gratitude to the department that arrested them. So yeah, these guys have gone ahead and made some fake stamps showing that you're a legit visitor or tourist when you're really not, and there's a whole different scheme and scam they can get into. Next up, the Department of Health called for a lifestyle change in the Philippines, noting that heart disease remained as the leading cause of mortality in the Philippines. Yeah, a lot of food out here is full of grease, sugar, and salt. Someone made a very good point. I don't know where I saw this, but they said the reason why Filipino food is so heavily salted or sweetened is because it's meant to be eaten with rice, which is obviously the base of your food. I'm like, that makes sense, I guess. I'm out here just like slurping the whatever without any rice. Usually Westerners, we don't, I mean, Middle Eastern, we love rice, but our rice is not just plain white. If you want, okay, hands down, I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody makes better rice than Middle Eastern countries, okay? Persian rice, basmati rice, even Indian, Pakistani biryani rice. Rice, or like kapsa in Saudi Arabia, rice is done differently out there. Over here, usually sticky rice, just plain white rice, or little grains of rice. I'm not a fan of that, but I like it. And anyway, so let's go back to, what are we talking about? That I have a sore throat, my eyes are watery, and I feel like shit. No, we're talking about heart disease. Do not give yourself one of those by eating too much of oily foods. And then a study says the Philippines has the biggest hoarders in Asia, according to the recent survey. A study conducted by storage company Boxy24 found out that the Philippines ranks as among the top 10 countries with the most hoarders, and it's the highest placed Asian nation on the list. The company's research team analyzed nearly 600 unique keywords using Google Keyword Planner to come up with this result, using terms such as how to stop hoarding, break the habit of hoarding, and best decluttering methods. But come on, man, that's how you're gonna, like, I don't believe it. Come on, those surveys half the time is just nonsense. How are you gonna determine who's the biggest hoarder by simply people searching it? What if they're like watching a TV show or something and it's about hoarding? And yeah, come on, that's just, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. What do you think? You think Filipinos hoard? Now it's time for a segment Yesterday Today, where I read some of the most popular comments regarding our previous video, mainly about the American dude that left the Philippines after staying at the airport, and that British guy in Thailand who overstayed his visa by 25 years. I want to start off by thanking John, who gave me a $2 super thanks. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. If you guys want to show some extra love, you can go ahead and do that, or buy me a coffee. The link is in the description. And Anand says, insolvent tourist is a visa violation in any country. Blacklist, deports, not the host country problem. I understand. Next up, Wally World. Wally says, I believe any amount of money over $10,000 must be declared. I believe you are right. And those were some of the top comments. I know this video was a bit shorter than usual. To be honest, there wasn't too many interesting stories. A lot of shootings going on in the Philippines lately in the past week or two. A lot of pogo-related crime as well. And Thailand, as usual, tourists misbehaving. There was an Italian guy apparently recently that started swimming in a protected area, and he just had so much attitude and entitlement, thinking he could swim wherever he wants. So the guide, the person that was there, was just really frustrated about the lack of respect they're showing to the country and its environment. Iranian dude, man from Iran, a Persian man, start groping somebody he wasn't supposed to be touching. Just like the typical tourist misbehavior stuff. I saw a crazy video in Bali. These tourists just, yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about it. It's too violent. But that's it. I think I've rambled long enough. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I'm feeling better, and hopefully I have a little bit more entertainment video for you guys. Bye. Study says, what?